We have major flooding happening at this hour in and around Calgary. From Canmore to Coleman, communities are battling rising waters. In Calgary, it could be the biggest flood since 2005. In Turner Valley, a sour gas pipeline has ruptured. There, people have been told to stay inside and prepare to be evacuated. Residents in Canmore, where these pictures were shot, have already been evacuated, and the rain continues. A viewer just sent this video in looking from his backyard in Canmore. Cougar Creek, now a raging river. We're hearing some homes and cars have been swept away. And in Longview, authorities are trying to find two people whose camper was swept into the Highwood River. Further downstream, the town of High River is also dealing with serious flooding. Several areas have been evacuated, and residents are seeking shelter at the Highwood High School.
14th Ave, 1st Street, viewing over to McLeod. It's the Stampede grounds. The parking lots are full in one area. And the water's rising. View to the mountainside. There's actually huge tanks floating down 1st Street.
Intake is way up.
Avenue flyover, back in here. That's where you want to be. That's where the homeless shelters is, right on the river. Okay? Okay, we'll be moving in about 30 seconds.
Roger.
Originally, in the last 2 hours, we were initially tasked to go and dam up a power station. That has now changed. Our probable task is going to be to move to the Bow River and to shore up that area. All right. So there has been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of flux at higher levels. I know from your perspective, it's just been a lot of single trucks. Thanks for your patience. All right. In the grand scheme of things, though, we actually have accomplished quite a lot. Right now, we're just waiting on final confirmation of where the city of Calgary needs us. Once we get that phone call, 10 minutes in our trucks are up and we're rolling. Okay, so for now you guys can stand down in a relaxed posture, but when we give you guys the green lights, you gotta be ready to move in 10 minutes.
Well, then I'll give you your money. If that happens. That's a big if, my friend. A big if.
That's a free David! It's a free kick in the nuts!
The girl's like,
one beat. He's got his camera.
The big thing here, guys and gals, is we're providing information only. Right, we're letting them know that this place is under mandatory evacuation. We're going door to door, along with the back alley here. There are people who are still looking to get out of this neighborhood. They're still going back in to grab their stuff to get out.
Right now, my company, which is one of the organizations as part of the Territorial Defense Battalion Group, providing humanitarian assistance and flood mitigation support in the area of Calgary, is currently assisting in the evacuation of residents from the neighborhood of Inglewood, which is currently under a mandatory evacuation order. So right now, those soldiers are going from door to door, as well as the back alleys, basically contacting all the residents in the area and reminding them that it is now time for them for them to leave.
There is yellow tape on doors that have been checked already by the authorities. You're still going to go and check those because some people have decided on their own to return home. So you're going to go see if the tape is disturbed. Report that if it has, and again, knock on the door, wait for a few minutes, and then you can move on.
At the same time, we are also assisting with some heavy engineer work in the area. There's a walking trail that is already fallen into the water. So our goal there is to protect some of the homes in this neighborhood. So our engineers, as well as some City of Calgary resources, are currently in the process of building up a fortification to protect those homes.
Hope you like sandbags. Just like that, eh? Oh, yeah. Hope you like sandbags. Yeah. 1,000 of them? Yeah, at least 1,000. Let's go.
Exit, guys. Where are you guys from?
Leftward.
Go, boys. Yeah. More people here. It's going nice and quick. I think I'll follow. Stop. Put him down.
The Douglasdale substation was at critical risk earlier this weekend, so the troops were working really hard at building a berm around that structure and rebuilding access to that to ensure that we could maintain power to the south end of Calgary.
So essentially what's going to be happening is we are going to be deploying roughly a section-sized element to up to 5 to 9 community centers throughout the city and the affected areas. And they're going to be providing assistance in the community center. So basically helping out the SEMA folks, the police, answer questions inside the community center, provide information.
Okay, so basically we're staying at the community centers. We're still waiting on locations. We're just waiting for headquarters to pass that down to us. We're going to be getting an idea of where we're going, dropping off the sections, and then we'll sort of locate ourselves at one of them, probably the last one, and which reports down to the idea of using cell phones a bit more.
Like I said, there should be SEMA coming around at some point. I'm assuming.
And we're just going to move out from here and go to Bridgeland. How many people have come to see you guys?
We probably had 30-ish. Okay. Some people just come talk. Some people actually live down there. Yeah. And we're like, well, we can't stop you, but don't be a burden. Here's your information. There's no power. Don't kill yourself. Okay. Yeah.
Are these guys, have they told you if they've gotten any orders or anything like that for going down this way here towards the water or anything? So this is the extent of the red zone right here? You can see it right there?
Yes, yeah. That road, this one.
I live on Center Avenue, just across from the old Auxiliary Hospital.
Okay, you didn't have any issues?
No.
That's good.
It's like I say, I had no conception that water was that close to where I live.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad you're here. You're doing a good job. Keep it up, and God, I'm glad to see you.
Thank you. Have a good day. So yeah, we've been passing on all this down there.
Cool. A lot of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people. So.
People are dragging the possessions out of the house that are wet and damaged. There's a big skip down there, they're carrying them to the skip. So, to be honest with you, it just seems that people just want to get on with their lives.
Oh, totally. I can totally appreciate that.
Just be safe, be conscientious of the fact that things might have changed. There might be water in places where you don't expect it. There's no power, so don't fall downstairs. Yeah.
Phone numbers were good. Questions? The biggest one is the electrical box. They leave. They cannot stay there, as opposed to what we got breached.
You're welcome. Good luck with that. Sounds like they're taking 40.
I'm on my, like I said, I'm on my way, single vehicle, on my way to Riley Park. I've also was talking to the OC earlier. I've got 2 troops over at the school that need to be released today. They have to go to work and they have to go to a funeral.
So make sure there's a couple of patrols up at Buness.
Through the area so that he can take some footage for the brigade.
Zone at Park Hill area, intersection of Cliff Avenue and 4th Street, 61 Charlie, from Cliff Avenue at 4th Street, north from Park Avenue.
So are you guys collating this information as it comes in?
Yeah.
Usually, no, through what's coming over those channels. Usually the record guys came in yesterday after dropped it to us and gave us that information.
6, I'll send a runner to your location and also to pick up new tree. Move it.
All right, we're going down to mission. Alpha Roger will be there in figures 2, over. So you go to 2nd and hang a left. Copy.
This facility is a community muster point where residents that are re-entering back into their homes are coming to get information on how to re-enter and register for disaster relief services, hookups of utilities and so forth. Everybody seems very supportive of the military so far. When we've been driving to and from locations, people are cheerful and happy and waving to us, and yeah, everybody here seems very happy that the army's come and is assisting the city with this disaster relief.
Yeah, push yourself in.
I haven't touched this thing since September. And you know, zero is also the lamppost that have Brigade. Okay. So where we came from this morning. So
Thank you so much.
Right, no problem. Have a good day.
Okay. When?
Private Rajevich, this is Private Ross. We're just basically helping people who come here to check out the state of their house, and we tell them if it's safe or not to go in, and handing them information who they can contact about you know, power or anything like that. Or that's basically what we're doing here.
So are people going in here?
Yeah, or in right okay. Right. Perfect. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. How's it going, sir?
Good.
How you guys doing?
Awesome. Yourself?
Good.
Another critical task that we filled while protecting Calgary during this time of state of emergency was when the zoo was in threat from the floods through the Bow. The troops were actively at the zoo, reinforcing the berm and protecting those animals.
little bit of information up here.
Yeah, there's some water turned on now, but it's not. They're asking about water.
This isn't Montgomery too, is it? This is just Buness, right?
Don't know exactly. No, this is Buness.
We have different packages for the flooding for people when they go back into their houses. If there are different materials that are wrecked or damaged in their house, they can go through here to see where they can dispose of it. Numbers to call for help. We have information on their sewage stuff, and if their sewer is being backed up in the area. On the maps, we have areas located that where it's a no flush zone, so they can't use any of their toilets and any of that. And also on these maps, we have areas where the flooding was the worst. So here is where they don't have power or any other utilities, which are being restored as we talk.
So the purpose of this meeting is to go through the draft redeployment plan, deconflict any issues, so that when I brief the boss in a few minutes, we're all good to go. As I mentioned, we've tried to push the CQ vehicles and any of the slower vehicles early and sometimes right outside of our move window to ensure they're back soon enough that you can have your CQ open before the soldiers get back.
When you arrived? Okay, so basically when you started on the op?
I rolled in here on Friday, and since then it's now Monday morning, so I've had 4.5 hours of sleep.
That side of the building, turn right. You'll see barbecue. That's where you line up. 400 and some of you?
I just want to say thank you to all of you. It's because of your hard work that we've got electricity going to tens of thousands of people in South Calgary. It's because of your hard work that thousands of people were able to return home to Inglewood today. And I just want to say thank you. I want to say a special thank you to the reservists from Calgary for looking after your neighbors the way that you've done, but I also want to thank all of you who've come to help us out. We know we can rely on you. You're our family, you're our friends, you're our neighbors, and you're all here to make a difference for Calgarians. You know, I've been blown away over the last several days with just how unbelievably blessed we are to have people who spend their lives or even part of their lives in public service, just like every single one of you has done. You made a big difference to all of us, and that's all I want to say is I just want to say thank you to you all. I also just want to introduce you to the Director of Calgary Emergency Management. Sometimes he's also our Fire Chief, Bruce Burrell. Bruce has been coordinating this incredible emergency operation that has gone off better than anyone has ever seen before, folks. People are going to write case studies and books about this. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're certainly getting there. But I would love to invite Bruce up to address you as well.
Thank you, Your Worship. Gentlemen, ladies, it's a pleasure to be here in front of you today and to be able to bring thanks on behalf of the Calgary Emergency Management Agency. I will admit it was a surprise when I went with your liaison officers and found out we were getting troops in Calgary. But I'll tell you, you took a huge load off us at some of the busiest times, dealing with some of the biggest issues that we had faced during that period. To all of you, thank you very much. I salute you. I don't have my cap on, but I do salute you. Great job. Carry on.
Well, you've done great work. You've all done great work. You've all done incredible work. And like I say, I just want to say thank you. It's cheap to say thank you for all that you've done, but it's meant a lot to a lot of people, a lot of our neighbors. And, you know, I was talking with a woman yesterday who has spent a lot of time in New Orleans and the Gulf states, has done a lot of hurricanes and floods and things like that. And she said, I don't understand this. I just don't get it. It should be absolute anarchy out there. You should have tens of thousands of people you should have tens of thousands of people who've got no place to go. You should have looting in the streets. We didn't have any of it, right? Because that's the spirit of what we are today, and that's because you guys are setting such a great example for everyone. So I just want to say thanks. You guys are great. Gosh, you look good. I'm going to take a picture. Actually, you all are taking camera phone pictures. I want one.
The RSM can do nothing about it right now.
Oh, I'm violating, I'm sure, every element of military protocol right now. Come on in. Okay, we're going to stay right here. Oh, I'm in rank.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Darcy. Let me come over and say hello to you folks. You heard what I was saying. I have a loud voice. But again, I want to say thank you to all of you. How many are from Calgary?
How many of you are from Calgary? Hands up.
I really appreciate it. Terrific. Well, thank you for doing what you do. It's made a huge, huge difference in the lives of all of our neighbors, and particularly for those of you from Calgary. I'm so glad you had an opportunity to give us all a hand here. It really, really makes a huge difference. Like, I can't tell you enough, when you look at emergency management and what has happened here, I wasn't kidding when I said people are going to write case studies about this. It's a miracle that we've gotten through this with such little injury, such little loss of life. An absolute miracle, but it's a miracle because people are working hard and people know what they're doing, and that includes every single one of you. So, like I said to those guys, it's kind of cheap to just say thank you for all that you've done, but it's made a huge difference, and it really does matter to us, so thank you for that.
Where's Chief? Where's the LER Charlie Company guys? Here's our folks from Yellowknife, Your Worship.
Yellowknife! Well, 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 well. Thank you for coming down. Are the mosquitoes here as bad as there?
Smaller, sir.
Smaller? We just had a big flood. That ain't going to be true for all summer. I'm coming to visit you. I have a story for you, which is that because we have an election coming up, there's no summer holidays for me. Well, never there would have been anyway. But a buddy of mine said, I've got a free ticket to anywhere that Air Canada flies in Western Canada. I want to take you for a weekend after the election, win or lose. Where do you want to go? So I'm coming to Yellowknife in November. Is that a good idea? They don't seem very enthusiastic about it.
They may have made better decisions, Your Worship.
I've never been. I wanted to see it. Who needs to go to Vancouver? I'll come to Yellowknife. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there. I met your mayor and your city council. They seem like wild, crazy people. I just feel like everyone's standing so formally.
Well, they are.
Yes, they are.
But believe it or not, Your Worship, this is informal.
Yes, I know. One of the reasons I could never be in the military, standing up straight, never been a skill of mine.
Thanks, folks. Thanks, all. Thank you.
So on behalf of all of the brigade, on behalf of Commander Joint Task Force West, more importantly on behalf of the people of Alberta, you fucking rock. Thanks very much. Task Force Silvertip! Task Force Silvertip! Attack! Hawk! Yes! Signals! Over to our line.
Sir, good. You're all leaving. No, I'm sorry, you gotta go. Yeah. Sir, good. You're all leaving. No, I'm sorry, you gotta go.